Rotary Central help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
But I do have some questions.
There are more questions than answers.
Cayman Islands' foremost listeners participation program.
Talk Today.
What's on your mind, Cayman? If you're ready to talk, we are ready to listen. Discussing current events and local news, community spotlights, hot topics, listener stories, cultural and historical discussions, environmental issues, fun and lighthearted topics, guest interviews. Cayman, basically anything you want to talk about, we are ready to listen. Here's your guest host, Charles Glidden.
Coming up next on Talk Today, hey, we're freestyling. You can make the show. Yep, it's your show. So pick up the phone and give me a call. It's open line on Talk Today. What's on your mind, Cayman? Stay with me.
Talk Today is reminding you
to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
And now, back to Talk Today.
Good afternoon. I'm Charles Glidden, and this is Talk Today. Glad you could tune in and join me. No guests today, no. All by myself in the studio here. This time of year, hard to pin people down, right? People are off doing this and that. And it's only 8 days left for Christmas, so people are busy getting things and putting plans in place, right? Hard to pin them down. So, hey, it's me and you. So pick up the phone. This afternoon, you can set the tone of the show because we're freestyling. So what's on your mind? Maybe you just want to get something off your chest. Hey, call, let off a little steam vent. Or maybe you have something good to share. Maybe you have some Christmas cheer that you could share with us, right? Hey, that would be nice. In the news, I see Cayman Airways is just celebrated 40 years of flying between Grand Cayman and Tampa. Boy, time really flies. 40 years gone by like that. I haven't been to Tampa International in a long time. I haven't been to the States for quite a while, actually. But Tampa's always been one of my favorite airports to enter the U.S. Always seemed, especially when you compare to, airport like Miami. It's less crowded, and I always found it to be less of a hassle when you get to immigration. They were more friendly immigration people working there. Might be different now. Probably have one of those ice guys watching over everything. Well, someone's on the line, so let's go to the phone lines.
Yes,
Yeah, good afternoon, Charlo.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm extremely thankful in you.
I'm doing good and thankful also.
That's nice to hear. Okay, my name is James Sterling Eban III, better known as Jimmy from West Bay.
Okay. Good to hear from you.
Nice to hear you too. I mean, I listen to Dig all the time, you know, but not all the time I had it ready because I'm not going to electricity or nothing. But that's okay. We can get somewhere. I would love to wish each and every one, hearing or not hearing my voice, a very Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year when it comes. One day at a time, please. Don't take advantage of that.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for kicking the show off on such a positive note.
This is the first thing I ever said in my life that I wanted to get off of my mind, but anyhow, each and every one got an opportunity to take it and wrap it up and take care of it. Be Caymanian. Keep the show up.
Go ahead.
Until the end of the word. When the end comes, you're not going to have a word with the show. We'll be all right.
Just keep everything positive, right? Positive vibrations.
Listen, I'm the happiest man in the world. So don't try to conquer that.
Okay.
That's mine. That's mine. Well,
I wish you a happy and a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. And I hope you get some electricity.
Yeah, man, I need that. Them fellas done it. They're not looking for me at all, but they'll get to me.
Okay.
I'm belong to Job, you see.
You belong to Job?
Patient, yeah, Job, yeah, he got a patient, so I just asked him when I need it.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah, Job is a with patient, so.
Right.
That's good. I'm a sinner. Don't forget that now.
I guess we all are at some point, right?
I know who my creator is. He died for me, you, and the rest of us that are listening. I just have a ball, man. Give Susan and the staff there my regards. In each and everything they think about me, they think about me good.
Susan's on the board for me. She's operating my board.
Yeah, I know.
She's my engineer this afternoon.
Yeah, she came in first. When I called, she answered. That's a star, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about things too much. Don't have to worry about things too much. Don't have to worry about them. Forget them.
Well, thank you so much for that very positive start to the show.
Yeah, but I keep this show up. UP up.
Okay.
Okay, Charlo.
Take care. Merry Christmas.
Okay, you came on and visit us. Relax, enjoy yourself. We'll have another good season here with Jehovah that brought us here. You see how he treated us with the storm? Man, he's sharp. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we have to be really thankful for the hurricane season.
Yeah. You know how to work with that. He knew exactly. He had that plan from a long time, you know. You got an idea that he had that plan there for a long time?
Yeah.
From the beginning. Not going to send him no breeze at all this Christmas.
All right, brother.
Okay, there, because you are good. But let's talk to you, Jello.
Thank you for the call. Take care. We're going to take a little break here. Be right back.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Shipping to the Cayman Islands is fast, reliable, and seamless thanks to Cayman Airways Cargo. Need it faster than ocean freight? Cayman Airways Cargo offers multiple cargo flights to Grand Cayman from Miami weekly, so your packages, whether big, small, or in between, will arrive in no time. You can even use a Cayman Airways Cargo US address for your online shopping. Cayman Airways Cargo is also the only carrier providing air freight services for Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Contact us today and see why Cayman Airways Cargo was voted as Cayman's best cargo and logistics company in the Best of Cayman Awards. For details, visit CaymanAirways.com/cargo.
Ho, ho, ho! Still searching for the perfect gift or that comfy couch to curl up on this holiday season? Beacon Furniture at Plaza Venetia, North Sound Road near China Village, is your one-stop holiday happiness shop. From gorgeous living and dining rooms to bedroom sets, outdoor furniture, candles, and a wide selection of home accessories, we've got something for everyone on your list. Stop by our showroom, meet our cheerful elves, friendly staff, and let us make your holiday shopping fast, fun, and oh so festive. Call 943-2500 today and let Beacon Furniture help you slay this holiday season.
Wouldn't it have been grand if you had purchased land 30 years ago? It may not be 2020, but a perfect vision has never been more clear. Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, poised for growth with an eye on the future. Your land, your history, your future. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Hey, new drivers, don't just drive, drive smart. Cynical and Inspire Cayman's Safe Driver program will show you how. Get real-life simulator training and classroom sessions to help you gain experience, stay alert, and avoid accidents. Learn to recognize risk, manage fatigue, and make smart choices behind the wheel. Certified participants may even pay less for Cynical motor insurance. Learn more and register at cynical.ky. Cynical, keeping Cayman covered.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. And I think we have someone that's hanging on there on the phone line. So let's go straight to the phones. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Hey, Chalo.
Yes. How are you, my man?
Well, it's good to hear your voice another day, man.
So you feeling the Christmas spirit?
Yeah. I'm not going out with nothing big, just relax, brethren.
I hear you.
I thank God. I'm grateful for the 78 Christmases that I've seen in this life. So I'm just relaxed now. No more party.
You just have the spirit, right? The joy.
Yes. And some good memories,
Right.
Yeah, man. I would say now, like my good friend Admin Gibanks passed it on, but I'll never forget my childhood days, my friend. Yeah, despite the situations, but they were good. I had a chance to climb trees and look big down nests and all them things like that. Nothing like that now going on in today.
You remember, back in those days, if you got an American apple and maybe a sponge ball for Christmas, you were happy.
I don't forget, Charlo. I don't forget, man. And let me tell you, them apples that we got them time there, you don't worry about it. You know how to taste them again, neither.
Today, kids are looking, for some, $200-300 video thing, right? Video game or
yes, man. Hello, I say that your friend Nicky Hurston.
Yeah.
I didn't really know he was still around because.
Oh, he's very much around.
I remember when he came to Cayman Islands, man, and your Uncle Clive. That shop used to be like a base. Every night before we go movies, we would have some people there like Kesley Banks. married to your auntie there, Faith, I think.
Oh, you mean Castle Wallace?
Yeah, and Nicky Hudson and Canai and Jimmy Powell and boy, we used to have quite a comedy out there, man. Before we go movies, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Nicky from the man, but a long time I don't see him.
He's still in action.
Yeah, man, I hear him every day on the radio, man. So I was listening to some conversation a couple of nights ago with the Minister of Youth. And we're talking something about John Gray High School.
Uh-huh.
And the youth that is playing music there, you know, some are graduated from school, but are teachers, still teachers of that music. Especially Jonathan Eubanks from Northside, his daughter is one of those teachers.
Great.
And I can imagine that those classes are good, really, really, really. And I'm so happy to know that some Caymanians are still there and teaching music today, you know. Me and a lot of us guys that did music back in the 70s, we didn't have those chances in school.
Yeah.
But it really worries me, you know, what's going to happen to these youth once they finish school. You know, I wonder if that talent is going to go down in Cayman Islands without some Caymanians with money stepping up and help these youth to form a good band in Cayman Islands, which we don't have today. But I could imagine what it would sound like with these youth playing horns.
Mm-hmm.
Something that not even Jamaica uses much anymore. But music sounds so nice with horns, you know?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, man. And let me tell you.
No, nobody's following with like the footsteps of Dean Fraser and Tommy McCook. Those guys.
Man, oh God, man. Let me tell you, Don Drummonds and all them boys from Jamaica, man. Yo, them times back in the 70s, Chalo. You know, Carlos Malcolm and them, man, them horn, man. They were crazy, man. Let me tell you. Boy, I don't know what I wouldn't give to really hear some horns again, because a long time I don't hear no horns. And it's just beautiful when you have horns, man. Let me tell you, man, you know. String bands are nice bands, too, but it's so different when you have the horn sections, man.
Yeah, give it a nice punch, right?
Yes, man. Yes, man. Let me tell you, man. And, boy, I could imagine what it would sound like, Chalo. About 6 or 7 of them form a nice band here, but it takes money. It takes help, because when we were there, Edward Solomon and all of us that were there, we needed help too. Chalo, and I'm really praying that these young youth in school now, right, that somebody will help them. And when I'm saying that, somebody that is not in a dance, and when you take an intermission, they come and pat you on the shoulder and tell you how good you are, boy. You're good, boy. Eh? Don't need to hear no more of that, my friend. Caymanians with money need to step up and help your youth, help young Caymanians to come. You understand? And stop the talking, man. We don't need talking. We need our people to make money and our people to come first.
And a lot of the, you know, venues don't really go for a big band sound anymore, you know. And when I say big band, you know, where you got, you know, about 5-6 people playing in a band. You know, it's always just a single musician or a DJ, you know, when you go out looking for someplace with music.
Well, let me tell you something, Chalo. 6 youth in a band right now with the best of amplification on stage could still make money in Cayman Islands, man. They will get jobs. What about it? When you're good, you're good. And when you're good, you make money. But you need help to get there. Listen, man, I have a little conversation, but God spare, I'll leave it till next week before you go for Christmas.
Okay.
But we can go back. We can go back in 1976 from when Radio Cayman first started. So I'll put it together and I'll mention some good things that was happening back in that time.
Alrighty.
So just enjoy your day, and Susan is always there, man. I always talk to her, man. Can't forget. So later.
Good to hear from you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, every time, man. Every time. All right.
And speaking of music and Christmas cheer, I got a good burst of it this morning. I had to drop by the credit union. So I walked up to the door, as usual, and I swung open the door, and I was greeted with 12 Days of Christmas being sung by some school children. I'm not sure what school they were from. They were primary age children, but that was such a great feeling. I just walking up to, as usual, to the door, open it, and I'm greeted with, the 12 Days of Christmas, but it was being sung by all these children, and they were good. They were singing that song with, such cheer and joy, and, it just made me feel good walking in there and being greeted by this choir of youngsters, right? And people were standing around enjoying the Christmas music, and it was beautiful. We have a caller on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Yeah, Mr. Glidden, good afternoon to you, sir. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. And you?
Okay, hanging in. I'm enjoying the Christmas breeze and the cool weather.
Yeah.
And I was listening to my good friend there, Leon, just now. He used to be in the band too as well.
Oh, yeah. No, he's a singer. He's a singer.
Yep, and I agree with everything he was saying. It's sad because some parts of the world, well, I know when I used to be in Belize, you wasn't considered a band if you didn't have brass instruments.
Yeah.
You didn't have horns,
You didn't have the full sound.
Like what he said, that's what made Byron Lee so popular in the Caribbean. Byron Lee had, his horns and stuff. Nowadays, they're taking away all of the music. They got plenty of people playing music and not musicians. They take their computer and they just go on and dig up something and they record and say that there's a musician. They're not musician.
Well, some of those guys know how to use that very creatively, though.
Yeah.
They do the programming and all that, but
I don't go for that. I like my live music.
Me too.
And
I like the interaction of the band.
Like Lord Raymond Combo in Belize, when we was there, we used to play with Cayman Edition, and Cayman Edition really was the only band or socket band that I played, and I played with Ken Davis and the Combo down at Holiday, and we used to be the Holiday, and we had Ken Davis and Mr.
They had horns too, right?
Pardon?
They had horns too?
Yes.
Cayman Edition.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. We had trumpet. We had trumpet, and we had two sax, tenor and alto. Oh, yeah. We had horns there, man.
Even Bob Marley had horns, in his later years.
Mm-hmm.
He had a horn section.
Oh, yeah.
It really gives music a nice sound.
Yeah. And Ken Davis and the Combo, like I said, we played at the old Holiday Inn as the regular house band. That was our job steady, and like what Leon said, you can get a good musician can get a job. What happened? All the places want to cut down instead of paying a full band, $800 or $900. They rather somebody with a keyboard and a drum machine and pay them $400 and that's it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of the electronic music sounds good, but it's nothing beats that live music behind you. Give you life, you know, when you see other musicians, you know, playing.
Yeah, you got a show going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, what you say is really true nowadays. They only got a keyboard and a drum machine, and that's it. You know, but when you play live, most of my life I played live. You know, the first band I ever played in was called, you know, Freddie Jackson from West Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Freddie, the lamp-lighters at the Lighthouse Club up in Breakers. Me, him, Paddyfoot, Tito Rivers. That was it, you know.
Paddyfoot, that's another legend too.
Oh, yeah, he was the best drummer they ever had in Cayman. Yeah. And then it was Freddie on guitar, I was on bass, and we had Cito, he was playing in the percussions, you know. But you know, the first steel band that ever came into Cayman was Clive Scotland, you know.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we used to play together. I mean, Clive was the first one that ever brought a steel pan into the Cayman Islands.
Christmas music sounds nice on that too, on a pan.
Oh, yeah. And you know, let me say, as small as the Cayman Islands, the Cayman had good musicians. They're dying up fast, sad to say so, but they had musicians that could go any part of the world and play. Jamich, Jonathan Ebanks, Leonard Borden, you know, Lama Seymour. This guy could go anywhere in the world and play. You know, the good musicians, but they're all going fast, you know. Not much of what's left in the Music Association.
And if you're talking about legends in Cayman music, you can't forget Richard Ebanks, the bass man.
Oh yeah, and my cousin, Richard. Yeah, him and Leonard, yeah. Richard.
Well, listen, I got to take a break, so I got to, you know, call our call to an end.
No problem, sir. No problem.
Okay, pleasure talking to you. You have a good Christmas, you hear?
Same to you, sir. Same to you.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Protect your computers and mobile devices with security software to defend against cyber attacks through viruses, malware, and other online threats. Be aware of unsecure Wi-Fi connections when in public. If you need to access your online banking or sensitive information on your mobile devices, try disabling the Wi-Fi and switching to data from your mobile network. If you suspect a fraud attempt, please contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Explore your history. Explore your land. Explore your sister islands, the ultimate staycation experience. Your culture, your freedom, the land that time forgot isn't gone. It's your sister islands.
Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Shipping to the Cayman Islands is fast, reliable, and seamless thanks to Cayman Airways Cargo. Need it faster than ocean freight? Cayman Airways Cargo offers multiple cargo flights to Grand Cayman from Miami weekly, so your packages, whether big, small, or in between, will arrive in no time. You can even use a Cayman Airways Cargo US address for your online shopping. Cayman Airways Cargo is also the only carrier providing air freight services for Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Contact us today and see why Cayman Airways Cargo was voted as Cayman's best cargo and logistics company in the Best of Cayman Awards. For details, visit CaymanAirways.com/cargo.
Kirk Freeport's annual $40,000 sweepstakes is back just in time for your holiday shopping. Simply spend $100 at your favorite Kirk Freeport store before noon on Christmas Eve for a chance to win all season long, with cash prizes of up to $5,000, premium gifts, and a Rolex watch giveaway. The more you shop, the better your chances to win. Get gifts for everyone on your list at Kirk Freeport, with duty-free prices, 0 shipping delays, and the chance to win a piece of the $40,000 sweepstakes. View full details on kirkfreeport.com.
Radio Cayman News.
Bill is therefore passed.
The immigration reform bill is passed in Parliament.
I am aware of the concern that recent robber incidents have caused within the community.
Police are being forced to identify shadows instead of faces.
Every moment counts. Do not delay in reporting suspicious activity.
Radio Cayman. Your voice, your choice for today's biggest news.
7 days a week. Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. And if you want to be a part of our conversation here, you have something you'd like to bring our attention to, some good news to spread, pick up the phone, give me a call, 1-800-534-8255. That's Compliments of Flow. You can also reach us on 949-8037, 949-6990. And if you prefer WhatsApp, you can contact us, call us, send us a message. 925-3261 is the WhatsApp number. And we have a message on WhatsApp, as a matter of fact. And this is actually a greeting back to our very first caller who set us off on a very positive note, Mr. Ebanks. It says, Mr. Ebanks, God's blessing forever be with you and your family. This is the best Christmas gift anyone could give. Thank you, sir. Instead of all this war and war and war, just complaining. Thank you, Mr. Ebanks. All right, let's get the Christmas spirit going here. When we have someone on the line, good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Charlo.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Charlo, I got a little short story for you, and I'm going to try to do a bit of singing too, a little Christmas song.
All right. You know, you're up against the news, so.
Yes, sir. I was told when I was a teenager that I couldn't do music and do something else, but I think I proved the guy wrong.
Good for you.
So, also doing poetry and got my music out there, but I got a little song that I want to sing. I don't think it'll take that long.
All right. Well, let's see if we can get it in here.
Feliz Navidad.
Okay. We don't run into any copyright problems on YouTube. But.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. And that's it, Mr. Charlo.
All right. Feliz Navidad. So you had a story. You have a Christmas story for us also? You said something about a story?
It's so much things that we can do here. I am a follower of a lot of Caymanian singers. I'm not in their category, as a little poet and singer, whatever. Even though I recorded some music, but I'm not in their category like with Notch and all the big boys and all the elderly gentlemen. I'm still one of the little juniors, so I'm following them and see how good things can work out, you know. But I remember a lot of the legends, good old legends from way back. I've been trying to do my little thing, following them and learn what I can learn and try to produce some music. So far, like I was saying, I think I proved the guy wrong because he said I can only do one thing. I can only do music, and you know, he said you can't achieve. You cannot be successful in more than one area of the arts. So I told him, and then I told him a while back that I said there's some American actors and singers.
True.
That I've been following also, and you know, people from in different countries who achieve success in more than one area of the arts. Maybe like as an actor and singer or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was also inspired by a lot of them, and I'm still inspired by people like Beyonce and you know, a couple other actors, Ice-T and you know, as an actor, singer, and my good old friend Rihanna, and you know, you gotta look up to. I look up to them as well as a lot of McKimmanian people because you know, I can't forget about McKimmanians. You know what I mean, Mr. Charlo?
Sure.
Jim McCliff, the late Jim McCliff, and Bob. Bob was one of my first inspirations. The Honorable Robert Nestor Marlin. I was planning to form a little band myself and grow my locks and to be a Rasta singer, culture singer, but I didn't do that again. That didn't work. I changed my mind. Yeah, I was planning to sing just pure Rasta music and so forth. Yeah, I was really
If you can sing Rasta music, you have to have the faith, you know, not just not the locks.
Yeah, I got up to a couple of weeks ago. I got an invitation, you know, but you know, how I see the world right now, Mr. Charlo, and discrimination and all that, I say, you know, I think I better change my mind from that and be a different kind of singer and not grow my locks because it's too much discrimination.
Well, you have to be yourself, right?
Yeah, but that's why I believed in that, you know, at a certain stage. But I still believe in God, you know, and so forth.
Well, yeah, you can believe in God, but if you want to, you know, if you want to be an artist, you got to be true to yourself. You got to be yourself.
Yeah,
you can't try and copy somebody else. You can be influenced. You can be influenced by them, but you got to bring your thing. You got to bring your talent.
Bob Marley and a lot of the other Rastaman, I mean real Rastaman singers, you know, and I was really inspired by them and plan to just go forth in a certain style. But I still think it's a good way, you know. But I changed my mind. Maybe I'll try to do some culture music in the future. But I wouldn't be full into it, you know, not fully.
Well, listen. Are you working on that next Christmas poem for me?
Oh, certainly, Mr. Charlo. I'm doing that. I'm doing that.
I'm looking forward to it, you know.
Yeah, Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Working on it.
You heard that? That was my vibes
Right.
coming to you. You heard that little burst there? That was my vibes coming to you to give you inspiration for a good Christmas poem. We got to deliver. You got to deliver this by next week Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
All right.
Sir. On or before.
Well, that's the day before I break to go for Christmas. So it would be nice to have it right up next to Christmas.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
So put pen to paper. I sent you some inspiration.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Well, listen, nice talking to you.
Okay,
The news is coming down at me now. You take care and Merry Christmas. I'm looking forward to that poem. Have a good afternoon.
Okay, you too.
Yep, it's time to see what's making headlines.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
With your latest headlines, I'm Elizabeth Charles. The National Training and Development Unit will close early this Friday, the 19th of December, from 12:30 in the afternoon. Regular operations will resume on Monday, the 22nd of December. The ministry says it apologizes for any inconvenience caused by Friday's early closure. The Cayman Islands National Museum and the Department of Environment are hosting a free Zoom webinar tomorrow, Thursday, the 18th of December, from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. on Cayman's deep ocean. Blue Belt Program Officer and Cayman Team Lead Kelly Forsyth will present Beyond the Drop-Off, the Cayman Trench, hydrothermal vents, and deep-sea exploration, ahead of a major research expedition aboard the RRS James Cook in February 2026. The public can register at museum.ky/webinar. In international news, the United States Senate has passed a $901 billion defense bill that ramps up pressure on Washington over deadly U.S. boat strikes in Caribbean waters near Venezuela. Lawmakers are threatening to cut a quarter of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's travel budget unless he hands over unedited video and orders for the missions amid allegations that U.S. forces kept firing on alleged drug boats, even as survivors clung to the wreckage or appeared to surrender. Actions critics say could amount to war crimes. Nick Rayner has appeared in a Los Angeles court for the first time since being charged with murdering his parents, Hollywood director Rob Rayner and Michelle Singer Rayner. The 32-year-old waived his right to enter a plea on 2 counts of first-degree murder, charges that carry a possible sentence of life without parole or even the death penalty. Rayner's next court hearing is set for the 7th of January. Those are the latest headlines. I'm Elizabeth Charles.
Radio Cayman. More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Kirk Market's 12 Days of Gift Cards is back. Each day, 12 lucky customers will win a $100 Kirk Market gift card just for shopping at Kirk Market. Ho, ho, ho! You heard that right. Every day for 12 days with 12 lucky winners each day. Come in December 11th through the 24th and shop. You could win. And there's no minimum required. It's that easy. It's Kirk Market's 12 Days of Gift Cards. December 11th through the 24th. The countdown to Christmas is on at Kirk Market.
As we celebrate the Christmas season, we thank you, our patients and partners, for your support. We wish you a blessed Christmas and peace, joy, and good health in the new year. From your friends and family at HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands. Captain Keith Parker Tibbetts, MBE, JP. Following a successful and decorated shipping and military career, Captain Keith Parker Tibbetts, MBE, JP, returned back to Cayman Brac. In 1953, an enterprising Captain Keith began a small retail grocery business in Watering Place. The entrepreneurial spirit he developed 20 years prior while working in the family-owned soft drink factory at Cotton Tree Bay would shine through, turning the grocery business into Tib Mart Supermarket in 1974, introducing gift stamps for purchases and pioneering self-service shopping in Cayman Brac. Keith Tibbetts was fond of saying, "They stocked everything to take you from the cradle to the grave." Captain Keith's entrepreneurial efforts stretched far, and he began landing cars by pontoons in 1955. He also owned and operated the island's first rock crusher and started commercial farming on the bluff. He then opened a gas station in 1955, served as Cayman Airways agent until 1980, and in 1975 was appointed agent with Red Carpet Airlines, part owned by his brother Linton. He also operated a sub-post office, taught local men carpentry, built 12 houses, and sold them to young seamen, assembled the steel staircase, and built the platform for the stratoscopic antenna for cable wireless at Stake Bay, worked as an agent for Modern General Insurance Company, operated Skipper's Lodge Guest House, Kesson Rent-A-Car, served as an agent for Thompson Shipping Company, and owned and operated a gift shop at the Brac Reef Hotel. This was part 6 of a special Sister Islands vignette series dedicated to Captain Keith Parker Tibbetts.
I'll be back. I've got 22 more days.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
Jingle bell, pick up your feet. Christmas shopping at Le Classic cannot be beat. Quality style, luggage and leather, shoes that make you feel like you're walking on feathers. So step on in before stepping out. Come see what your friends are all talking about. We're here at the Strand, it's the season of cheer. Christmas time is here.
Merry Christmas from Le Classique. Come see us in the Strand, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. Let's take a quick look at the weather, the current conditions. 85 degrees here in Georgetown. Feels like 92. Wind out of the east at 10.5 knots, and the humidity is at 69%. The forecast calls for continued partly cloudy skies this afternoon and going straight into the night. And winds are expected to be 10 to 15 knots with higher gusts, and seas running at 2 to 4 feet. And we can expect some isolated showers during the next 24 hours. Cold front parking itself over western Cuba, so some Christmas breeze blowing in, some little cooler weather in the area. If you want to give me a call, please do. You can make a toll-free call at 1-800-534-8255. That is compliments of Flo. Or you can call me on 949-8037, 949-6990. Or if you'd like to call on the WhatsApp, 925-3261. You can call me on WhatsApp or send a message, whichever you feel more comfortable with. And we're freestyling, no guests today. We'll talk about this and that and whatever. One of the things you might want to talk about, this new immigration legislation, immigration reform, they've been calling it. The immigration law will be officially named the Caymanian Protection Act. And that takes us back, to the days of Ormond Panton. I'm sure some of the older heads remember Mr. Ormond. I think he was the first chairman of what was then the Caymanian Protection Board, I believe. And I guess you could say he was also what you might call a Caymanian nationalist. Mr. Orman founded Cayman's first political party and was the first politician to win an election as party leader, as a member of the National Democratic Party. And who was with him was Warren Conley of East End there. Well, the immigration reform bill was hotly debated. It got kind of tense at times in there from what I understand. It was called inflationary, socially divisive, too hard to understand, wrapped up in too much legalese language. But in the end, it received the full backing of Parliament. Minister Miles, who piloted the bill, was given a lot of praise and support. He even received applause from MPs on the government bench when he described them as unifiers for bringing Caymanians together and modernizers and innovators committed to stable government and preparing the people for a brighter future. Premier Andre Ebanks, in his contribution to the debate, said the bill was a body of work that the country can be proud of holistically among Caymanians and non-Caymanians. The first parts of this new legislation to be enacted will relate largely to policy, and this is going to be put in effect around March next year. And that's when the government begins to put the regulations into effect. Because, you have the law and then the regulations that go along with it. And that's when you'll see these new fees and also increased fees that we've seen coming with this bill. So what do you think about this Caymanian Protection Act? On social media, you see a lot of mixed reactions. Some people really saying it's a bad thing. Some people say it's good. So, it needs to be worked out. Put some things in place. Make sure all the T's are crossed and the I's dotted. We have someone on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Hi. Good afternoon. Well, thank God somebody finally woke up and decided to do something about all these state grants that they were giving away left, right, and center for so cheap.
So you like this bill then? This act?
I don't know how the whole of it go, but anyhow, thank God for a start on it. That's all I can say. A lot of what Minister Miles said, I would say the exact same words he said. He was very bold and had the guts to say it and the nerve to say it. He said it just like it wasn't like it needed to be said, in my opinion. Anyway, what I'm really calling about is the pay that they're going to give to the HSA committee members.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, what I would like to know about that is, of all of those meetings that they had, that they got paid almost $500,000, did they really do anything for any of the patients? Because they're got neglected there this whole year that I know about.
They're not really dealing with the patients, right? I mean, they're dealing with the policy of the hospital, of the HSA, the health authority.
Well, I can tell you one thing: they need to start dealing with the kind of way that patients have been neglected in our Georgetown Hospital. I lost my sister because of it. I lost my husband because of it. And it was three of us that had broken bones to share, and all three of us, according to them, they wasn't broken. So that is absolutely past ridiculous.
So what, you got that confirmed at a different hospital or what?
Georgetown Hospital, HSC.
No. I mean, you said they diagnosed it as not being broken, but you did have broken bones.
Broken, that I had bad osteoarthritis. I said, how the hell am I going to get bad osteoarthritis from just a fall?
So how did you get it confirmed that you had a broken bone?
Well, because when I went to emergency, they sent me to do an X-ray, did an X-ray, and also an ultrasound. When I went back, they said that It's not broken, it's not fractured, it's just bad osteoarthritis. I said, how the hell can it be bad osteoarthritis? I just had a fall and I've had a pain in my arm before and I know what arthritis feels like. This is not an arthritis pain. Anyway, they sent me home with a sling. And it took me 5 weeks before I could get to see the orthopedic doctor to get it put in a sling. I had an appointment with another doctor 2 weeks after that. When I went to him, when I started telling him about how my arm was paining me, and he could tell me from then that my arm was broken, and he sent me to get a CT scan, which confirmed that it was broken. And then I kept calling the hospital to try to get this appointment to see the orthopedic doctor. The first time I called, it must have been the attendant answered the phone, and she said, I'll put you through to his nurse. Well, all I got was an answer phone. I left a message saying what was what. Waited about 2.5 hours. Nobody called back. I called, left another message again. Called again the next day. All I got again was a voicemail. Left another message. Nobody called back. Called again the third day. Nobody left. I didn't even bother leave a message then. I said, you know what? I'm wasting my time leaving voicemail messages. Then these people need to answer the phone. If they're listening to the voicemail messages, they don't have the manners to call you back or respect. So they might as well take out the answer phone. Anyway, the next week then, I went to urgent care. And when I went to urgent care, I told them that I needed to see this orthopedic doctor. She said, well, they're not here now. And I told her what happened. So she said she was going to write a note to the nurse for the nurse to call me the next day. Well, she never did call. So I decided to call. When I called, I got voicemail again, left a message again. And, of course, as usual, they did not call back. Okay, I went back again the next evening. And she said, did the nurse call you? I said, no, as usual. All I got was a voicemail. I left a message, and nobody still hasn't called me back. I said, will you please send them an email message for me, please? She said, yes, I'll do that. Okay, that was a Friday evening. Saturday, she said that this doctor would be working from 8 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock in the evening. And I could come and try to see him then. I said, okay, but I won't be able to come in the morning because I have something else doing in the morning, but I'll come in the afternoon. I went there around 3 o'clock. It was a different attendant there by the counter in urgent care. So I told her I needed to see Dr. Larson. She said, you don't have an appointment for him? I said, I know I don't. I said, I've been trying to get one for over 2 or 3 weeks, and nobody answers the phone for me to get this appointment. So anyway, she said, well, she would go and speak to the nurse. She went and spoke to the nurse. So came back out in a little while and said that she didn't have anything on me about this, and I would need to see another doctor because I needed to get a referral. So anyway, I said, well, if I have to see another doctor, I'll see another doctor, but I need to get my arm fixed. Okay, so I said, well, why can't I see him this evening? She said, he's already gone home. I said, already gone home? I said, but I was told that he was supposed to be here from 8 o'clock this morning till 6 o'clock this evening. It's just 3:30 now. Oh, well, he had an emergency, so he left early, and that was not true either. You know, it's really absolutely ridiculous. Some of these things that are happening at that hospital, these people need to be more responsible and be honest with the patient.
So with all this experiences that you've had, which have not been good, have you filed any kind of formal complaint?
Well, I told a couple of people about it, and I wrote to the minister about it, and she didn't even, well, not about that in particular. I wrote about other things. Since that happened, it was even worse than that. And they didn't even acknowledge my email that I sent to them explaining everything from A to Z. And I was very, very disappointed. I'm going to tell you, very disappointed that I did not even get an acknowledgement. So they just don't give it down. But it's no good to them getting on the radio or up in Parliament saying this and saying that. Talk is cheap. I want action, and the right kind of action.
Because all government departments and authorities, they have to have a formal complaint section that handles complaints.
Well, I did complain about, like I said, I can't remember going to certain ones about that, but I know about the neglect with my husband.
Mm-hmm.
That I called and was sick and tired of calling, and that's why I decided to write. After weeks and months, I've called in and pleading with them. All I could hear was medical ward. It's full. You don't have any room. You don't have no beds. We'll let you know. We'll do our best. And didn't do their best at all.
Well, maybe you need to. You said you had written to the minister before about something else. Perhaps from what you're saying and your experience, you need to let the minister aware of the kind of experience that you've had there. Yeah,
but let me tell you now. While I had my arm in cast, I met up another Cayman lady with her arm in cast, and I asked her, I said, "What happened to you?" And she said, "I fell down over a cement block, a certain place. I went to emergency. They did an X-ray. Said it wasn't broken. She said it was damn well broken. I had to go to health to get my arm fixed. My sister, she fell down and broke her hip in January this year. Took her to emergency. They did an X-ray, and I don't know what the hell else they did. Said hers wasn't broken either. July, it was confirmed that another hospital and another X-ray was taken. Plain as day, you could see her hip broken. So don't tell me that's not carelessness.
Well, I think you need to try and bring this to the attention of the minister. And if you're not getting any results from the HSA complaints department itself, go to the minister. Write a letter, send him an email.
I sent her an email. She did not even answer me. And then about a week or 2 weeks afterwards, after I got so disgusted, then I wrote the CEO and her board, her committee, and I told it to them just like how it was as well, which the CEO was aware because she was one of the first ones I spoke to about the inconvenience that they put us through with my husband. Send him to health at an Eastern. Anyhow, when I wrote to her then, I also sent that same email to the minister, the premier, and the deputy premier. And the only one who answered me back on that was the CEO.
But not to your satisfaction, I guess.
Really, I really had to answer her back. I love her to death. She's a very nice person. But they were still saying they never had no beds available. I think that was a Wednesday or a Thursday that I sent my email to them. And from the Saturday before that, I heard that they had 4 empty beds in surgical ward. So when she answered me back, and she said she was sorry and maybe they should have got back to me and kept me up to date or whatever. She apologized. I wrote her back and I told her, I said, listen, I said, I heard from good source that they had 4 beds available in surgical ward from Saturday. And if I know years ago, if medical ward was full, the surgical ward had empty beds, that they would let the patient go there and attend to them. So I say, has that position changed? If it has, I'm very disappointed.
Well, listen, thanks for bringing this to our attention, and I hope you get some kind of resolution from it. But I would say, keep contact with the minister. Let her know what you've experienced. If you don't hear back, send them another email, and keep sending those emails. All right. Have a good afternoon. I have to go to another call. Hello, you're on the air with Talk Today.
Afternoon, Charlo.
Yes, how are you doing?
I'm not too bad. I was watching the House of Parliament when the opposition leader was asking the minister some questions.
Uh-huh.
And I know he cannot answer the question what the opposition leader has asked him. So how?
Say that again. I didn't catch that. Can you say that again?
I was watching the House of Parliament last week on the TV live.
Right.
And the opposition leader asking the Minister of Immigration a lot of questions, and he cannot answer the question what the opposition leader is asking him.
Yeah.
So I can understand.
There's a lot of background noise there. I don't know if you can isolate yourself a little bit or...
let me call back. I'll get a different phone.
Okay. All right. Man with 2 phones. So we'll wait to get his call. But what do other people think about this Caymanian Protection Act, which is be the official name of it? And as I was saying before, we're going to really see this take effect. Looks like around March of next year. We'll be seeing the increase in fees and some new fees there. So that's one item that is going to have a lot of impact on what we see happening in Cayman in the coming year. A lot of changes have been made. One of them, of course, the time period before people can get Cayman status or residency. They've addressed this problem with sham marriages. 15 years now you have to be married before you can get Cayman status through marriage. So that should put quite a dent in sham marriages, because you have to be connected and living with that person for 15 years before you can get a granted Cayman status. And if it's not real, it's bound to get some cracks and break down in it before 15 years are up. So a lot of important things are being put in place there for the coming year as far as immigration. And we have a caller on the line, so let's see what they're thinking. Good afternoon, you're on the air.
Good afternoon, Charles.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Yeah, okay. Concerning what our lady was talking about the hospital.
Uh-huh.
The many times I went to that hospital and the staff members there, not all of them, but some of them, they're very disrespectful.
Can you give me an example of what you're saying?
Well, I really wouldn't want to go into all of that.
You don't have to go into details, but
Yeah, you can take my word for it. And when it comes to speaking to the Minister of Health about anything, that's a waste of time.
But you try to communicate with her too? I guess so.
No, I just know her attitude. I've known her attitude for quite a while now. And to mention anything to her is a waste of time. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Someone else with a bad experience at HSA. And I guess some people will tell you they have had very bad experiences, and there will be those, and I've heard them, that they were pleased with how they were handled at HSA. Time to take a break. Yep, so let's take that break and be right back.
Shipping to the Cayman Islands is fast, reliable, and seamless thanks to Cayman Airways Cargo. Need it faster than ocean freight? Cayman Airways Cargo offers multiple cargo flights to Grand Cayman from Miami weekly, so your packages, whether big, small, or in between, will arrive in no time. You can even use a Cayman Airways Cargo US address for your online shopping. Cayman Airways Cargo is also the only carrier providing air freight services for Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Contact us today and see why Cayman Airways Cargo was voted as Cayman's best cargo and logistics company in the Best of Cayman Awards. For details, visit caymanairways.com/cargo.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Ho, ho, ho! Santa here! I can't wait to see you all at my grotto at Bayshore Mall. I'll be there with my friends from Kirk Freeport from December 19th until Christmas Eve. Visit KirkFreeport.com to see my daily schedule. I'll have a special toy and sweet treats for every boy and girl. So stop by to tell me what you want this Christmas, all while enjoying music and entertainment for the entire family. See you soon at Bayshore Mall. Merry Christmas from Santa and everyone at Kirk Freeport. Ho, ho, ho!
Did you know that you can send money transfers to financial institutions anywhere in Jamaica with JN Money?
You mean I can send money straight to my account and cut out the middleman?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. You send your own money to your own account, giving you peace of mind that the money is in your account.
JN Money Transfers to Financial Institution is another convenient service offered by JN Money. You can have this done from any JN Money location. Deposit your money straight to your account without the hassle of asking someone to do it for you. JN Money Transfers to Financial Institutions, making life easier.
The 2025 Gospel Fest is nearly here. Proudly brought to you by Williams Productions. Close out the year to the sounds of Karen Peck and New River alongside Autumn Neelan Streetman live in concert. December 31st at First Baptist Church. Gates open at 5:30 p.m. Concert starts at 7. So come early and get ready for a night of unforgettable music. Tickets are $25 pre-sale or $35 at the gate. Grab yours today at Funky Tangs or the Cayman Islands Conference. Proceeds to support the Alzheimer's and Dementia Association of the Cayman Islands. For more information and tickets, call 916-8115. The 2025 Gospel Fest is proudly sponsored by the Office of the Premier, Cayman First, Health City, Value Med Pharmacy, Ministry of District Administration and Home Affairs, Uncle Clem's, Physiotherapy Center, Ministry of Youth, Sports and Heritage, Praise 87.9, Ministry of Tourism and Trade and Development, and Radio Cayman.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and we're freestyling here at Talk Today, talking about this and that, and have a message here on WhatsApp. Mr. Glidden, everything that woman told you about HSA, it's the truth. You and most people will never know half about that place. No. And another WhatsApp message here, and this one is in relation to the immigration bill and Minister Miles. It says, it would be most useful for callers to review the House session to understand Minister Miles' response. The pylon is just silly and hypocritical. We have a WhatsApp caller on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Good afternoon, Charles.
Hey, how are you? Long time.
I'm good. Well, I missed you, so I decided to call you today. But I always watch you,
Yeah. Okay. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Now, I want to talk about immigration, but let me say something about the Health Services Authority.
Mm-hmm.
I sued the Health Services Authority some time back. And I advise anybody who deals with the HSA to ensure that whatever record they create, you try to get a copy for yourself.
And if you file a complaint, make sure you get that copy.
Exactly, because I know people. It didn't happen to me because I was always doing that. But other people have sometimes, when some problems have shown up, and you go to them, you ask them for a record, they will tell you it doesn't exist. Okay? So you have to be very careful. Also, while we're talking about disappearance of records, the judiciary is another place. Again, I've had some battles with the judiciary. There is a tendency there that they either don't record certain things, and then when you ask for it, if they know it is evidence against them, then they will delete it. I know that for a fact because I took them to the ombudsman, and the ombudsman found them guilty for deleting a record. Right now, I am dealing with the judiciary again. I had a hearing on some matter, and I asked them, I said, can you give me the either a verbatim handwritten copy of the proceedings or the video or text or audio of it? And they say they don't exist.
So how does a person, if you file a complaint, let's say, you said make sure you got a copy, should you make them put a timestamp on it, like received and date on it? And you keep a copy of that? Is that what people should do?
Depending on what it is. I mean, sometimes if it is a record that you give them, I always like to give them a copy and then they stamp the one they give back to me so that I've got proof of that.
That they received
it. But sometimes you've got these records they put in the computer.
Yeah.
And you like what they used to write down in handwriting. Okay, those you do not have, but you can ask for those as well, because if you have a problem with them, those will be an issue. Okay, so
I guess if you send an email, you say please confirm receipt.
Yeah, or something like that. You know, just use whatever common sense you can to ensure that you are getting your records as you go down, because you see, you can have a very good case, but if you can't prove it, then it didn't happen. Now, about the immigration issue, I want to call out some names here, and then I want to describe what they are. Andre Ebanks, Gary Ruddy, Catherine Ebanks Wilkes, Roston Anglin, Johanny Ebanks, Isaac Rankin, Nicholas Da Costa, Michael Miles, Franz Manderson, Julie Hunter, Heather Borden, and Wayne Panton.
I think we know who they are.
Yes, these are the members of the current government. All of them, Charles, have betrayed the country. They are total traitors.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, and I'll explain why. Now, you will notice that I've left out the Attorney General. The reason for leaving out the Attorney General is because he has never been loyal anyway.
Be careful now.
You are only a traitor if you were once loyal. Okay?
Be careful.
Yeah, okay, well, no, but that's my opinion, okay? That's my opinion. Now, let me tell you why. Let me give you the reason now. They have told people that this immigration law is going to change much. Maybe it might reduce status grants by 10 or 15%, maybe. But I wouldn't be surprised if the status grants, in fact, even went up. Why? Because, as announced, what they have said is that if you are already in Cayman, either now or before March, okay, this new law doesn't apply to you. Okay, what does that mean at a practical level? It means that if you come to Cayman, for example, in February next year, you can still apply at the end of 8 years for PR, and the law applicable will be the one which is applicable now before the new law comes into force. Okay? So this is not going to have any immediate effect at all.
Are you sure that it's that wide open?
Yes, because
I understood it. I understood it to be that if you were already in the process of applying, it's not going to affect you.
No, you see, they have kept deliberately vague. They have said if you have already begun your journey That's what they said. If you have already begun your journey. And what some people tried to ask at a meeting, what do you mean some people who have already begun a journey? From what I understand from even internal discussion, it means that those people who are already in Cayman, it would be unfair to apply it to them. Okay. So the other thing is, for example, for status grants, it means that if you come to Cayman in January 2026, you can apply for status after 15 years, which will be in 2041. And when you apply, the law applicable in 2041 will be the one that applies now. Okay? That's one thing they haven't explained very clearly. That's why I can understand why you are thinking it is otherwise. They've kept it very, very, very vague. So to me, when you consider that the population for Cayman is already around 90,000, 88, 89,000, it will keep going up. Don't be surprised if the number of grants goes up, because in addition to all those deficiencies, there is also the problem that they say they are going to give exemptions to the police, to the health services.
Yeah, there'll be some carve-outs for certain civil servants.
Exactly. And those three categories are the ones which have the biggest number of civil servants. What do you think the effect is going to be? Okay. So to me...
But, obviously there's a reason for that.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like you're just protecting those people.
What is the reason, though?
I would think it's because it's essential services.
Oh, so essential services can never be replaced?
Well, it's perhaps not readily and quickly like how, we're talking about experienced people here.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to put you on the spot, Charles, but let me try to explain it. Just about every service you can ever have in a certain sense is essential. People always try to say, in my particular case, you see, there are very few people who do my job. Okay, look at police officers. I bet you, if today you were to say that all the contracts for all the Jamaican police officers who are in the police force today are not renewed, you will get an equal number from Jamaica with the snap of your finger to be able to do that, to replace them. If you say...
Yeah, well, I mean, but that's their police experience in Jamaica. But then they got to come and learn this turf.
Well, just like the ones who are here right now, when they came, they had to learn it. Why are you saying that therefore the other ones can't come and learn? But anyway, let me just leave it there. To me, I just think that this... they haven't sufficiently explained to people what is supposed to happen. Last point about the marriages. They have now said, well, you have to be married for 15 or 20 years. They are assuming that every marriage is a marriage is a sham marriage.
Yeah, I think you would find a lot of support for that, though.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but you see,
if you're genuinely married, then I don't think you mind that weight, because you will be able to function in the society during that 15 years, be able to work, etc. It's I think you'll only find yourself feeling very put out if you did this with ulterior motives, But thank you for your call, and regardless of your interpretation of the law and what it means, I don't think it warrants calling any of these people traitors. Certainly, they're not traitors to the Cayman Islands. I'm sure that all those people that you called out there are very much patriots of the Cayman Islands. We have to take a break. Be right back.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Shipping to the Cayman Islands is fast, reliable, and seamless thanks to Cayman Airways Cargo. Need it faster than ocean freight? Cayman Airways Cargo offers multiple cargo flights to Grand Cayman from Miami weekly, so your packages, whether big, small, or in between, will arrive in no time. You can even use a Cayman Airways Cargo US address for your online shopping. Cayman Airways Cargo is also the only carrier providing air freight services for Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Contact us today and see why Cayman Airways Cargo was voted as Cayman's best cargo and logistics company in the Best of Cayman Awards. For details, visit caymanairways.com/cargo.
At Mise en Place & Co., it's more than food. It's tradition rising from the bake shop. It's community coming together at the Barista Cafe. It's time back for the things you love with Boxed. It's knowing they'll eat well because of Yum. It's memories being made with Mise en Place events, and it's a moment shared over a slice of Gino's pizza. Because everything we make, from our kitchens to your table, is made right here in Cayman. Explore Mise en Place & Co.'s family of brands at miseenplace.ky.
Starting January 1, 2026, the minimum wage in the Cayman Islands will increase to CI $8.75 per hour. This change is designed to ensure fair pay and to support workers across the islands. Whether you're an employee or an employer, it is important to understand how this adjustment affects you. Learn more about the new rate, how it's applied, and what it means for your workplace by visiting gov.ky/DLP or email minimumwage@gov.ky. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Come visit Penha, the ultimate holiday shopping destination. From December 7 until December 24, come to Penha and drop off your letter to Santa and let him know why you should win Penha's amazing Christmas prizes this year. While you're there, enjoy a fun-filled holiday shopping experience for your loved ones. Earn points while you shop, plus free gifts with purchase and free gift wrapping and so much more. Visit us at one of our two convenient locations, 40 Cardinal Avenue or The Grove at 1358 West Bay Road. Make this Christmas one to remember at Penha. Penha, where the holiday magic comes alive. Don't miss out on the festive fun and amazing prizes. See you soon.
The 8:12 a.m. weather report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by CG Britk. Insurance, health, pensions, life, where people come first. From the Department of Vehicle and Driver's Licensing, book your driver's written test online today. Skip the queue and pick up a time that works for you. Head to dvdl.gov.ky, tap online services, then book theory exam. Select your date and time, receive instant confirmation, and arrive ready. Online booking applies to written tests only. Questions? Visit dvdl.gov.ky or contact your nearest DVDL office. DVDL, faster, simpler, more convenient. That's dvdl.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and we're talking about this and that. And let's take a call now. Let's go straight to the phone lines. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Glidden again.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Glidden, this is my personal view on this situation. To me, the worst thing in the world that has ever been invented has been an answering machine. I want you, sir, on your day off to call some government places and see what is your luck. I just had a friend left there, a gentleman a couple of years older than me, and he said that he called the credit union yesterday, and he said they gave him so much numbers, and one of the numbers finally said your position in the queue is 1.
Yeah.
And he said he checked the time. He said 50 minutes, and nobody answered him yet. He said he tried again this morning, and he said nobody answered him yet. And like what he said years ago, there was a lady, I think she was originally from Jamaica, but she had worked for credit union for many, many years. And he said he used to go in there and see her when she get in the morning. She is right there. She was the operator. And he said that woman never moved until her lunchtime, and then she put it on an answering machine saying that there was nobody. He said that he called this morning again, and he said he don't know, and he said that the gentleman that is talking, he taking his time. He said he had $40 on his phone, and he said it ran out just on credit union. Again, he said
just waiting.
What? Yeah, he said he just really wanted to see because he wanted to get through there, and he said he never get through. He said 50 minutes he was waiting this morning. Every number that they tell him to try, he tried just to get through. I mean,
Yeah, those things can be really frustrating, and I've experienced it not just with government agencies, but in the private sector also. I mean, try calling, Flo to say you got a fault. You wait quite a while before you get a human being to talk to. And on top of that, you have to listen to some really bad music while you're waiting.
Somebody on Flo? Well, good for you.
No, I say you have to wait a long time to speak to a human being.
Because I know sometimes I call them and I don't get hold to them the whole day, and they don't answer, and they don't have no number here. A few days ago, I went down Galleria, and I said, well, what a number I could call it? Nope, we don't got no number. When you dial Flo, it's Trinidad or something about Barbados.
Yeah, that's how everybody's doing it now. I mean, even the bank, right? You reach, Barbados, or Trinidad mostly. That's what I get. So, all right. Well, you take care.
You pick up a phone and you dial 0 and you get an operator, but no more,
Yeah, well, that's how things change, This is 2025, so that's the way of the world now. All right, you take care. Yep. You call to, say you got a fault, and you have to hold on for quite a long time. I've had to call twice, even after speaking to a human being. You got to call back again the next day because nothing is happening, and they told you that it would be taken care of. But that's the way, all businesses who could afford to have those type of systems, especially if they're a large company, it's all electronic now. Press number 1 for this, press number 2 for this, and if you didn't get it, we can start the numbers again. Press pound and we'll give you the list again. And never mind the language barrier is sometimes you get someone with an accent that you really have trouble, communicating with. But that seems to be how things are done these days. What is happening in the community. What's with this spike in robberies? Yeah, everybody's like, hey, what's going on? Is it Christmas season? I mean, we've heard often about during the Christmas holidays that, to be extra careful. And they're saying it again because there always seems to be an uptrend in, robbery, break-ins, and it's not just Cayman. It happens in other societies also, that during the holiday period, there's this spike in crime, people stealing things. Is that some kind of social signal? I don't know, but it seems to happen. There is the pattern there. Chamber of Commerce is reacting to it by raising money to offer a reward for information, which will, of course, lead to an arrest. But even if even if there's no reward and you have information about this, you should be handing it over to the police, because that's the only way that we can stem this kind of tide. And the police can't be everywhere, but the citizens are here and there, and you see things happening. So if you have information about any of these, please tell the police. And we got about 5 minutes before the news, so if you want to comment on any of these items or bring something else, share something else with us, we can call 1-800-534-8255, 949-8037, and 949-6990. And you can call on WhatsApp also, 925-3261. And I guess the really big item here is immigration. It always has been a big item for Cayman, of course, because our whole economy is dependent on people being able to hire people from outside the country, because our economy has grown so fast and so short a time that our Caymanian population can't keep up with it as far as supplying people for the workforce. And, historically, we've always been a small society. And ever since things started with the financial industry and tourism, it has just ballooned. And it's like we're victims of our own success, right? We cry out about, being marginalized, and it is a fact, because we are being outnumbered in our own country. And that's why I always say it's like we're a victim of our own success. Does anybody really want to go back to 1965 or, that kind of environment that we were living in the 1960s? I don't think so. I think most people enjoy the kind of modern conveniences and all the modern way of life that we have in Cayman these days. Just go into stores and see what people are buying. The convenience of having that, the amount of stores that we have in Cayman, the choices that we have now. We couldn't get that even in the 80s. and into the 90s, we lived in a different type of society where, things just weren't available. These days we have multiple grocery stores to choose from, and even one line of grocery stores will have stores in various districts. You're not going to have that convenience if you don't have the population that we have. So that's the positive side of having so many people here in Cayman. I hear people bemoaning the fact that we're reaching 100,000 people, but you need people to churn an economy. It also gives Caymanians the opening to start businesses when you have the amount of people to support businesses, because you need some kind of volume in order to scale your business up. Right now we got to pause because it's news time, so let's check in with the newsroom.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market.
With your latest headlines, I'm Elizabeth Charles. Elle magazine is putting Grand Cayman in the international spotlight as a luxury culture-rich escape. In its latest Elle Escapes travel feature, the publication highlights Grand Cayman's world-class resorts, the stretch of 7 Mile Beach, and experiences like Stingray City and the Cayman Cookout. It praises the island's mix of exceptional dining, vibrant local flavor, and high-end stays, framing Cayman as a premier destination for both indulgence and adventure. In international news, U.S. lawmakers say China is tapping American taxpayer-funded energy research to boost its military and tech edge. A new congressional report finds thousands of collaborations between U.S. Energy Department-funded scientists and Chinese partners, including entities tied to China's defense industry. Warner Brothers Discovery is backing Netflix over Paramount Skydance in the battle for its future. The company's board has unanimously urged shareholders to reject Paramount Skydance's $108 billion takeover bid, insisting a previously agreed $72 billion deal with Netflix offers better long-term value. The Netflix offer would carve out Warner Brothers Movie Studio and
check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
This holiday season, let Kirk Market do the roasting so you can do the hosting. Visit in-store or shop online and order your traditional family feast, complete with classic roasted turkey and ham, all the tasty sides and trimmings. Let the chefs at Kirk Market be your holiday helpers so you can spend less time in the kitchen. Order online at kirkmarket.ky or visit in-store today. And don't forget to visit the florist at Kirk Market to find the perfect centerpiece for your table. There's no place like Kirk Market for the holidays.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and this is Talk Today, and let's take a quick look here at the weather before we carry on. Current conditions, 84 degrees here in Georgetown. It feels like 91. And the wind is out of the east-southeast at 7.5 knots. And the forecast is calling for partly cloudy skies this afternoon and straight through tonight. And forecast for winds 10 to 15 knots out of the east, and seas are running 2 to 4 feet. Well, I had told you that we were freestyling here, and I guess this all fits in. I thought I didn't have a guest, but I do have a guest here for our last half hour. And joining me now is Joy Basdeo, well known to, I'm sure, many of you out there. And she's here to tell us about a storybook that she has written, and it is titled Slice of Home. And this is it. Joy, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thanks, Charles. Nice to see you.
Good to have you here. Now, how how did it happen that you wrote this book of stories?
Well, if you remember, these stories are actually not new to your audience because they were all recorded, I think it was this year, or the earlier part of this year, and they were all featured on Caymanian Stories on Saturday morning. The books came about because one of our kids moved to Canada, and he said to his little girls, "What do you miss most about Cayman?" And they said, "We miss our nanny's stories." And they were talking about stories that I had told to my children and also to my grandchildren about growing up in Cayman. And so I started to write them down and send them to them. At first, I sent the written copies. Then I started to put them on voice notes. I put them on a jump drive and sent them off to Canada for my grandkids. And somehow, I don't remember exactly what happened now, but they ended up on Radio Cayman.
Okay.
And your audience really enjoyed them. They still tell me, and they said, "Joy, write them down because we want to be able to see them." And that's what I did. Well, they were already written. So I put them together in a book called Slice of Home. People ask me why it's called Slice of Home, and I'll tell you. The slice is because almost every story has something about food.
Well, that's very Caymanian, right?
That is very Caymanian. So I have 26 stories about growing up in Bordentown in the 50s and 60s. They're all true stories about myself and my cousin, mostly, and my brother. He also features in it. And our other friends in Bordentown, when I was between the ages of 5 and 10. And so these stories are suitable, I would say, for children between the ages of 5 and 10. And I have been going around to various schools and reading for kids, and they love them. And so I'm happy to be able to have them in bookshops for Christmas. And I hope that our Caymanian audience will enjoy the written words as much as they enjoyed the stories that I told.
So even though people may have heard these on the radio, this is the first time that it's actually in a book form.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. So just give us a little synopsis of some of these. You have one here called The Dentist Comes to School.
Yes, and that is a very popular story with the children. In fact, it's the first story in the book, and I normally pick that if I'm reading to 7-year-olds because most Caymanians my age or even younger will remember Dr. Edlin coming to school in his black car with Nurse Hebe, and that is what that's about, when the dentist came to school. Now, of course, our children go to the dentist, but 70 years ago, the dentist came to us.
So that's teaching a little history kind of right there.
There's history. Oh, there's history in there as well.
And another story about toilets?
Yes, another story about toilets, because in those days there weren't flushing toilets.
You had a back house?
We had a back house, yes. We had pit toilets. And at school, you will when you read that story, which is a very funny story actually, we had 2 pit toilets, one for girls and one for boys. And this story is about what happened one day when Mr. Clifton Hunter, who used to be the school inspector, came to our school. So you'll hear what happened and how the stories feature in that, how the toilets feature in that story.
So do a lot of these stories include people outside of your family?
Oh, yes. These stories are populated with people from Bordentown. Clifton Hunter, for example, if you remember Twyla May, she's in there. Petal is in there. We have the bane of our existence was a boy called Sige, and you might know him now as Emile. He goes by Emile now. So Sige, if you're listening, you're in my book.
So when they were on the air, did people hear them and recognize that you were talking about them, that the story was including them?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course, because there are different families. For example, not a story in the book, but I did tell a story about frogs that really happened, and that was Bobby Bodden and Spencer Bodden and Ellen Bodden, because we live near to them. Our neighbor, Mr. Tommy Berry, is in it, and many of my cousins, as well as other people in the town, like Mr. Logan, who had a shop, and Miss Christine, who ran his shop. All those people are there, and their family will recognize them and remember what they did.
Now, this title here, I'm assuming the joy is you.
Yes, the joy is me.
And you were a naughty girl? Joy gets a spanking.
Yes, Joy gets a spanking. Another very popular story. Probably the only spanking I ever got in my life. Someone said to me, because my mother features in that story, and I actually got a spanking from my mother, and someone said to me recently, well, maybe your mother was working on that women's suffrage thing at the time, and so she was very occupied. And I said, probably so, because that story happened around about the time when I was 5 or 6 years old, when a lot of politics was going on around our house and my grandmother's house, where I was going the day that I got the spanking as a result.
So she might have been a little tense there.
She was tense. She was probably tense.
She didn't have any patience. Well, let's look at some of these other titles here. The Sea Dragon.
Yes.
What is that about?
The Sea Dragon is about something. This day I went for a swim alone. Probably not a good idea. And I saw something in the water that I had never seen before. And I didn't have a name for it. And so I called it a dragon, although it was very small.
The child's imagination.
A child's imagination. My favorite story in that is called Lobster Time. That's my favorite story. And that was told
Which is now, isn't it? I think they're in season now.
Yes, that was told to me by my cousin and my friend, who appears in a lot of these stories. Her name is Tony Apple. She used to be Tony Jackson, and you will see her right through the book, because a lot of the things we got into, we were together. But this lobster story is about the time that we caught a lobster, she and I, and we cooked the lobster, and we were going to make lobster salad. And what happened, because we were not being very nice with that lobster.
So how long did it take you to compile all of this?
Not long at all. I really have to tell you, it did not take a long time. Because I miss my grandchildren so much, and I felt so good that they wanted to hear my stories, that I just dashed them off. I mean, at heart, I'm an English teacher. I do a lot of reading. I actually do a lot of writing. And so it was easy for me to put them all together. I have about 30. I think I only put 26 in the book, but I do have some more. And the interesting thing is that the more I wrote, the more I remembered. And people that I was writing about, for example, I have some cousins who came to Cayman in 1960s, sometime in 1960s from Cuba. And they came to Cayman after the revolution, and they stayed with my grandmother for 2 years until they moved to Miami. And recently, one of my cousins was visiting, and she told me the story about Portuguese man of wars. And as she told me, I could remember the story as it happened. So, and different ones of my cousins and my brother, for example, has kind of jogged my memory. So all these stories, as I said, are true. They all happen between the ages of 5 and 10, and they involve real people.
When you were telling these to your grandchildren, did you tell them as real stories or just more kind of a fantasy kind of thing?
No, I told them as real stories. We have always read to our children, and so I would always read. I mean, they would come to spend time with me, and I would read stories, but cuddled up in bed in the night before they slept, the stories that they wanted to hear was real stories, what happened to Nanny, and of course stories that I could tell them later on, stories that involved their father or their mother, my kids. Oh, they like those even better than these.
So when you were reading them or just telling them, really, because it was oral, how old were they then?
Oh, they would have been, well, right now they're 6 and 9, so they would have been like 4, 8, 7, like that kind of ages.
So they could realize when they heard the story,
that
the difference in they were real stories, but the different kind of lifestyle and stuff that from what they were living and what you were coming up under.
One of the stories is called Almost a Broken Heart. And it's about the time that my brother got knocked down. And of course, we had no telephones.
Of course.
We had no ambulances. We had no 911. So it's a story of what happened when he got knocked down. Fortunately, I mean, it was serious, but it wasn't, it wasn't all that bad. So he did recover from it. But it just tells about how life was in Cayman. The thing about it, is how free we were. Because I have read these stories to my mother, and she has read the manuscript. And my mother, of course, is 97. And she says, Joy, how did you get in all that trouble? Right? I can't believe that I didn't know that you were getting in all this trouble. And I said to her, well, we were free. I swam. When I felt like swimming, we walked down the road to our grandmother's. All the freedom that we don't have now, because there was only one car in Bodden Town. So we didn't even have to worry about cars.
We have to take a little break here, but we'll be back with more from Joy Basdeo and her slice of home stories.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Freedom, Cayman Brack. Freedom, Little Cayman. Soft breezes, blue waters, no traffic. Unwind and rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. Sister Island Staycations, a taste of freedom. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Keep it hot, hot, hot with Hot Zone this Christmas. 2 locations, Cannon Place Industrial Park and Lamar Village in West Bay. Christmas sale up to 50% off. Gift certificates, footwear, club and World Cup jerseys, Nike, Puma, Reebok, and Adidas. Raffle entries with every purchase and new stock daily. Hot Zone Sports, open late, Cannon Place Industrial Park and Lamar Village in West Bay.
Kirk Market's 12 Days of Gift Cards is back. Each day, 12 lucky customers will win a $100 Kirk Market gift card just for shopping at Kirk Market. Ho, ho, ho! You heard that right. Every day for 12 days with 12 lucky winners each day. Come in December 11th through the 24th and shop. You could win. And there's no minimum required. It's that easy. It's Kirk Market's 12 Days of Gift Cards. December 11th through the 24th. The countdown to Christmas is on at Kirk Market.
The best foundation you can wear is glowing, healthy skin. The offices of dermatologist Dr. Wayne Porter specialize in enhancing your skin's well-being. Whether you're seeking advanced skincare, including any skin cancers, Botox, filler, cosmetic skin enhancements, or simply looking to reduce wrinkles, Dr. Porter offers a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice. For more information, email drporterkman@gmail.com or call 946-9020. That is 946-9020.
Radio Cayman Super Jam Show, the #1 drive time entertainment show on your radio.
Brought to you by these kind sponsors.
The Cayman Islands Football Association, CIFA, building a better future for Cayman football.
Cayman Insurance Center.
Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call me today, Michael Webster, at 925-5433.
UWI Open Campus, on-site, online, and on demand.
Visit open.uwi.edu. Call them today at 946-8322.
Super Jam.
Also brought to you by
Cayman Airways. Call them at 949-2311 to book your non-stop flights to Los Angeles and Panama.
And Coca-Cola, available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga wholesalers. Accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola.
The number one drive time entertainment show on your radio.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. And in the studio with me is Joy Basdeo. I'm talking to her about her new book of stories called Slice of Home. And these are all stories from when Joy was growing up in Bodden Town. We hear a lot on this program about Caymanians, Cayman losing its culture, its identity. What would you say about these stories as far as preserving those types of memories and also documenting the culture of the common everyday people?
Yes, and they're just ordinary stories of growing up. There's nothing spectacular about them. It's just how life was.
But it must give a picture of life.
Oh, it does give a picture of life. It gives a picture of family life, of church life. The church was very important in our lives. You will love a story that I have in there called The Christmas Dog, because my dog went to church with me every Sunday and sat by my feet in church, and everybody knew my dog and my dog's name. But it's about discipline. It's about values. It's about family values and the closeness of families. It's, of course, remember now, Cayman had less than 10,000 people at that time. Mm-hmm. You're talking about the 1950s and 1960s, probably only had 5,000 or 6,000 people. And I often think about growing up in Bodden Town that I knew every single soul in that town. I knew the people. I knew their pets. I knew everything about them. And now, a lot of times you don't even know your neighbors. So the book is very nostalgic, and I find that people my age, and I'm in my 70s, people my age really enjoy it because it gives you that warm, nostalgic feeling of how things used to be.
You were talking to me in the break about the freedom that children had in those days.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't have cars going back and forth.
That's it.
Tell us a little bit about what you were saying.
Yeah, my mother, who's 97, when she read the book, said to me, "Joy, how could you run wild like that? How could I let you run wild like that and get in all this mischief?" Because that's what is. We got in a lot of mischief. And I said to her, "Well, you didn't have to be watching me. I would swim if I wanted. I would walk down to my grandmother's. I would, I played with my friends after school. We walked to school, back from school. The freedom was unparalleled. No, the children today don't have any idea about how free we were.
And that's reflected in these stories.
Oh, that is reflected in the stories, a lot of them. Yeah. In fact, the one that says Joy gets a spanking, that is a story about, and I was only about 5 or 6 years old when that story happened. Once when I went on an errand for my mother, and you'll see what happened, because I walked from our house, go to do the errand, and then I decided I would walk a little further and go and see Tony, my cousin. I got in a lot of trouble, so I did get a spanking. Mm. And I've had children say to me, "What is a spanking?"
What is? But talking about the freedom which you portray in these stories here, I was looking back at some old photographs. I think it was somewhere on some one of the groups on Facebook, and these were pictures from way back, and these young boys, and there was a innocence in their faces, and that again that freedom, that they weren't uptight about anything. They were just happy kids, and you don't see that a lot today.
Because things are too busy.
Yeah.
Everybody's going places by car, or so they don't walk down to their grandmothers. They don't dare walk down to their grandmothers if they even live near their grandmothers. So the other thing about it is that we live right next to the sea, and the sea has such a big part to play in our childhood. I mean, like there's a story I was telling you about catching a lobster, learning to swim off the pan shoals. There's a story about my brother and some trouble he got in with somebody fishing, going out in a little, and we all did that. We were going out in a little aluminum boat. And I also talk about my dad. After school in the evenings, he would go to spare fish lobsters or spare fish for dinner and bring them home for my mother to cook them. It was a different life.
Yeah, there was one I wanted to ask you about. Was someone's sea egg?
Oh, the sea egg experiment.
Right. But you can't see sea eggs these days.
That's the truth. Well, the sea egg experiment is a one for all the foodies, because my dad, bless his soul, was a real foodie, and sometime I would imagine, probably in the 60s, he. Yeah, it would have been in the 60s. He went to Barbados, and he found out that Barbados ate two things we didn't eat. They had flying fish, which we don't have very many of. You don't get them. And they had sea eggs. They ate sea eggs, which we had hundreds of. Mm-hmm. And so that his idea was we were going to have sea eggs for dinner. So the story about
sure,
that...
everyone was enthusiastic about that, right?
The story... Well, you'll see. The story was about he and I going to hunt these sea eggs. And what happened.
Yeah, I can remember getting some of those in my foot, but
yes, that's true. Well, of course, if you're going to eat them, you have to eat the white ones.
Yeah,
you can't eat the black
ones.
Those
are the ones that didn't hurt you, right?
Yeah.
So, the book is in stores now.
Yes, the book is in stores as of today.
So where can people pick them up?
You can get them at Book Nook. You can get them at Next Chapter. You can get them at the museum shop. You can get them at Pure Art. And you can get them from me. If you're my friend on Facebook, or people know that I'm available often at my office, Simple Weddings office. Send me a DM, and I can arrange for you to get your copy. Mm-hmm. And they cost $25.
So this is a very nice Christmas gift right here. Genuine Caymanian stories, real life stories. So you say you still have some more that you'll publish also?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to I don't know if I have enough to do another whole book.
We can make some up.
But I do have some. In fact, there was one particular one I regret now it's not in the book, because I did tell it on Radio Caymanian Stories, and that was the one about the frogs. Because most Caymanian girls are scared to death of frogs, and I was as well. And that's the story. That was a story about frogs. I also have another story, so maybe I'll find some more about going to Honduras, which I'll tell you on the radio soon. So it's not in the book. So I went to Honduras with my uncle, who was a sea captain, and I'll never forget. He said to me, "Joy, let's go to Honduras with me and meet your cousins who are living in Honduras." And of course, I was ready to go. And someone said, "Well, Joy, you don't have any passport." And he said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll say that she's my daughter, and you'll be fine." And I went to Honduras without a passport, and to Mexico. In those days, you could do it.
Now we got about a minute and a half. How about picking a story and giving us a little sample of what's in the book?
All right, so Okay, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do a little bit of called Portuguese Man of War.
Okay.
My cousins, Deb and Delia, arrived from Cuba with their mother and grandmother in the late 1950s. They spent 2 years in Cayman at Grana Elva's house before moving to Miami, where they settled. 2 years of having extra cousins to go to school with and play games with. This was such a perfect time. My grandmother's beach was the widest in Bordentown, and while it wasn't much of a swimming beach because of the rock ledges, we could go a little further to windward and swim off Miss Mavis's beach, where there were less rocks. We skipped rope with the long beach vines, dug in the sand with our toes to find skill pots, and pounded almond seeds to eat the nuts or make a kind of almond brittle candy. There were lots of sea grape trees, and we would pick the juicy grapes and collect them for Grana Elva to make grape jelly. If we got any guavas from the neighbors, Grana would make guava jelly and cut guava, which was my favorite. These were the things we had for Sunday tea with Grana Elva and Aunt Pearl, as well as cake and pie and tarts. I will tell you a whole story about tea time. Recently, my cousin Debbie came to Cayman for a visit, and she told me this story about something that happened while she lived in Cayman. She said, "When we left Cuba and came to Cayman, everything was strange to us. We had to get used to being in a strange place with strange people, and although they were family, we had to adjust a lot. Joy was the oldest cousin, so we took a lot of cues from her."
And if you want to find out how that story ends, go get the book.
Yes, and this particular story is called Portuguese Man of War.
Joy Bazdeo, thank you so much for popping in and ending the show for us on this great note.
Thank you so much.
Good luck with the book.
Thanks,
we
Charles.
look forward to more stories.
And thank you, and Merry Christmas. And take this home for Vinette.
Oh, she'll love it.
She'll love it.
She'll read it to her kids, and I read for life.
Okay.
Well, that's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Charles Glidden. Have a great afternoon.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.